Hello everyone, how are we doing? So I haven't been here in a while, sorry about that, had a lot going on at work. But here we are, the OSCP style stream. So I'll be doing 5 boxes back to back and then the reporting. What that means is I will be trying to stick to the 24-hour schedule, just like the OSCP exam. I will also, normally what I would suggest is for the OSCP, plan your time accordingly so you can take a break, you can rest as well. It doesn't need to be 24-hour continuous exam. Well, it is continuous because you have to keep everything running, but you do get breaks, and I would suggest you take them. I'm going to be doing this on a back-to-back. I do have a commitment tomorrow around lunchtime. I need to basically take my dog to the vet. So I will be taking probably about a 2-hour break then. But up until then, it's just going to be bio breaks and maybe getting some food here and there. But other than that, it's going to be a continuous stream. So with that being said, let's start with the first box. Now, another difference with the OSCP exam and what I've done for my exams, you get the full range of all machines are always active all the time. So the way that I've done my exam was I've started scanning one. As soon as I got some results, I started looking at the results for that one, and in the background I was already scanning the other machines to see what's there. That way you can jump from one machine to another whenever you basically get stuck. Now, because we're working with HackTheBox, we cannot do that. You can only have one machine active at a time. So we will be doing that sequentially. If we do get stuck on one machine, we can always stop it. We will have to redo the steps to get foothold or whatever. But because we're going to be taking notes as we go along, for as we would do for the exam, then we would be able to reproduce the steps easy. So I'm already connected to the VPN. I'm going to be booting up the first machine, and that will be so. Sorry, I forgot to mention. So the machines will be Blackfield, ServMon, Network, Absolute, and Intelligence. Basically, I went onto the TJ Knowles spreadsheet. I've copied the data. I've copied some of the machines from there. I've checked if I've done them already in HackTheBox. Pardon me. If they weren't done, I've added them to the list, and that's it. So let me just change the stream title because this is gonna be Blackfield. Okay. There we go. Let me just go and boot up the machine. 2 seconds. Okay, so this is a hard Windows box. And with that, what we can do is documents, HTTP machine stream, and actually I'm gonna make another folder. Machines OSCP style stream. There we go. Create target Blackfield. and we start with this. Now, as always, all the shortcuts that I'm using for my commands are on the website. You can find them there. Like create target, which will basically create this folder structure and will open up Codium for you. That just makes it easier. Now, do we have an IP address? Let me see. Not yet. Actually, let me move that to a different screen. Yes, I know. Just Alt F4. You're right. Although, I would not recommend that for the exam itself. Just saying. If you actually want to pass, you might have a few problems with Alt F4 there. Come on, HackTheBox. So basically, if you are unlucky, well, if I am unlucky, I will be here until 10 p.m. tomorrow, because I've started at 10. Hopefully we can get through the machines quicker, and I can get some sleep as well, but we shall see. There we go, we finally have an IP address. Yes, this is the 24-hour OSCP style stream, so as I said, hopefully I won't be here for 24 hours, but you never know. So we're starting off strong with the hard Windows box. Yep. Of course, I forgot that I cannot copy from the browser. And that's 10.129. And apparently my numpad is not working. There we go. 129, 229, 17. That's not a good start. Let me start my notes as well. There we go. So, by the looks of it, this is an Active Directory environment. Looks like a domain controller, based on the Kerberos port there. So let me take some screenshots. Always take plenty of screenshots for your notes and for your exam. Also, if you do write custom scripts, you do need to provide those to in your report, so they can run it step by step. So we have SMB there. We have WinRM. LDAP. Yeah, this is WinRM. So the domain is blackfield.local. Okay. Let's take another screenshot for that. While that is finishing up, we can already start enumerating SMB. Maybe there's something on there as a guest. Because let me check. Don't think we have credentials for this one. No, we do not. So it's not an assumed breach scenario. SMB. Attack U, attack B. Shares. Access denied. Guest. Okay. So we have access to shares as a guest. And this is a oh, there's a forensic one. And the profiles, which we have read over. Okay. Well, this is going well. So once we're done with the boxes, if we are done with all the boxes, the idea is I will share my notes screen with you guys. So at that point we can go and actually write the note, write the final report together. But for the time being, I am just taking up notes. Every single command, screenshots of everything that I get, so that we can work off of that later on. So let's move to the loot directory. Profiles, share, and I can do tech M. Spider plus tech O, output folder. I think it's like that, and download flag equals true. Oh, lowercase o. Yes, I finally remember the parameters. Yay. This will tell, what this does, it will go through every single available share. It will create a JSON file with all the files that are available there, and it will also download them. However, what you do need to keep in mind, it will only download files if they're less than 50 kilobytes. Of course, this is configurable, just like we did with the output folder or download flag. You can change that. Let me save that as well. Again, screenshot. I don't remember the exact script that I used for my exam, but what I can tell you is I had a script running in the background, and basically all the terminal output was saved to a file. Meaning, even if I close the terminal by mistake, or I forget to take a screenshot of something that showed up in the terminal, I would have that data. Now, you don't want to have that running all the time, because that will fill up your hard drive quite fast. As you can imagine, there's quite a bit of output going on there. Okay, nothing. That is interesting. So there's nothing to read in profiles. Just at so there are no files, but there are users, or at least user names. Okay. So let's save this because this is a potential list of users. Users maybe. Are they all identical? Not quite. Okay, let's do a bit of CLI exit. Users maybe. Cut delimiter space. What field is that? Eek. 6? Nope. 7. 9. No. Whoa. 1? Yeah. I'm getting a lot of spaces in there. Oh yeah, because we have this bit. Oof. 14? Okay, so we've ended up in June. J Pistachio? Yeah. Well, I don't have pistachio. I have some roasted peanuts here for snacks. Right, so 14 is June. That's 2 spaces. 17, 8, 9, 19. There we go. So we've got the usernames. Maybe users clean. There we go. I'm assuming there's no space there. Nope. I'm not sure how you saw J Pistachio in there, in that list, because I did not see him. But it's funny, anyway. You have better eyes than I do. Do I have... let me... Again. Screenshots. Screenshots, screenshots. So this is something that I forgot to screenshot, and I almost moved on. we can use, I think we can use Kerberos to enumerate the users to see which ones are valid. Okay, and we have maybe users clean, but we need to change the domain to, and we need to add it to our local host because we haven't. I just remember we didn't actually modify our host file with the domain, did we? NXC SNB. Guest, generate hosts file, loot tmp host. Okay. There we go. Screenshot, and then we can move on. Let's see. Will it resolve with lowercase versus uppercase? It might not. And we have a valid username. Let's see if we can get any more. So I'm thinking we might need to do some hash cracking. Basically get a TGT from the server. Some of the users might not require pre-authentication. And we can get the hash and crack it locally. I don't know. Okay, so we have audit 2022 and support, SVC backup, SVC backup, funny. So service accounts tend to be Kerberosable. Hey, what? Well, okay. 3 valid users. Perfect. Let me switch the screenshot with that. And let's save that to a file. Valid users. I'm not gonna bother with bash for this one. There's no point. And I don't need the domain name. I just want the actual usernames. Now, we can use NXE again. Where is it? Let's see the options. Actually, tag H. Because I know NXE has an option to do, but maybe it's over LDAP. Yeah, BloodHound, we will run BloodHound collection once we get Kerberos. That's what I want. Right, ASREP roasting or and Kerberos. Okay, valid. It's been a long month this week, by the way. I will be away for about 2 weeks again after this, because at the end of next week I'm doing a Europe tour, basically by car, and I'm taking my dog with me. That's going to be interesting. We'll be in theory driving about 6,000 miles in total, so that should be quite fun. I do also want to check for ASREP roasting. What was that one like? One argument. What argument? Valid? No. Root. Valid users. Why is it taking so long? Is HackTheBox having some issues? Or do I need to do it one account at a time? Let's try it. As for posting, what's the username? No, that's Kerberos. Sorry. You're gonna hear me do a lot of mistakes tonight, but that's the whole point of it. One other thing that I would like to point out for the exam: don't be afraid to make mistakes. You can get past them. Again, if you get stuck for an hour or two on a box, just move on. Move to another one. While you're working on the other box, you might get an idea of how to solve the previous one, and so on. It's very important not to get stuck in rabbit holes. It's probably just as important to not do that, and as it is to know commands and what you need to do. Because if you get stuck for hours and ends on a box, and then you panic saying, oh my god, I don't have enough time to finish everything else, that's probably worse. At the end of the day, it's just an exam. You can always take it again. Nobody's telling you no. What's going on? Can I not connect? The IP is correct. Host is up. Is LDAP up? I think it was up, wasn't it? Yeah, LDAP is there. So why? Oh, clock skew. Let's do that as well. NTP date 1 to 9, 2 to 9, 17. No eligible servers. Great. So there's no time sync there. Amazing. And I've just closed my terminal. Why did I do that? Why is NXC not connecting to the host over LDAP? 10, 1 to 9, 2 to 9, 17. Actually, no, I want right. Search. Package. I don't use LDAP search enough. Okay, I found a previous command in my notes, so LDAP search TechX TechH LDAP Blackfield .local TechB BC equal field local, and then we need a search query. It might not allow us without a bind user. Yep. So that basically requires authentication. Maybe that's why why is this one not actually timing out? Oh well. Back to my notes. Where is it? Okay, let's see if we can get some TGTs with in-packet instead of NXC. Packets, get user, SPN stack H. So we are guest. Target domain. So we need to request. Okay. So request. Blackfield local / guest domain / username .password. Okay. Yep. We need to have a specific password there. Exactly. So that's blocked by authentication, which is fine. Users Blackfield.local guest at Blackfield.local users file valid users. What? There we go. So yeah, we needed to do ASREP roasting, which is does not require pre-authentication for LDAP. And we get what's audit hash, isn't it? Oh no, it's support. So yeah, we get the we get the hash for support. Let me add that to the notes, and I'll take some screenshots as well. Okay. Now we should be able to hashcat A0 support hash. Oh no. I do need to brush up on my Active Directory. And I'm assuming I'm gonna have to do that for CRTL. Okay, so we have a password in clear text. Let's support with that nice little password. Let me add my cracking command to the notes. So now that we have an actual password, let's try it out. No, not LDAP search. That would be support with shares, and it works. So the password is actually valid for the account. And we have access to some more data in here, but before I do anything else, I want to run BloodHound. I want to see the structure of the Active Directory domain, so we know where to go from here. So BloodHound, BloodHound C Python F. Okay. Support. Oh. Would help if I didn't press the wrong buttons here. There we go. Blackfield. DNS over TCP, that's fine, and that would be my IP address. And there we go. Screenshot time. Now, we need BloodHound CLI, don't we? Yeah. Let's update, because it's probably old. Yeah, I know clock skew is too great, but the server doesn't have it. It won't allow me to sync time. Yeah, time doesn't actually work like that. Okay, well, it is what it is. Up. I forgot I was on mute. So we have the files there. Now, support, we already own it, and we have one outbound control. Oh. Go back. There we go. So we can force a password change on the audit user. Okay, let's screenshot that. So we can do this. We can do this over, if I remember correctly, NetRPC from Linux, because we have the clear text password, which means we can take control of audit 2020. And because I don't see anything else around here, but maybe this user has access to shares. His support does not. Anyway, let's change the password. Yeah, NetRPC, as I said. So let's save that as loot. CMDs. Target user, audit 2020. New password 2022. Blackfield.local. Controlled user is support with the Black Knight password. Domain controller, let's just do Blackfield.local. Okay. And now we can actually test that. Audit 2020. And yes, it works. Okay, so we now have the forensics share as well that we can read. So let's create a new folder for that. Sick share, and we can do that. Spider plus tech o output folder, download flag true. Oh. Okay, we might not be able to download everything with that. That's not good, but we can always use in packet. Okay, so it downloaded something, but not 16 files failed to download, and probably that's why. Let's see. What do we have in here? Apparently we have a memory dump from LSASS. We will definitely want to get that. Okay, well that I don't know what it is. Volatility, I know it's basically memory management used for forensics analysis. Of course, nothing in sysinternals was downloaded, but domain admins. Nice. 2019. If this information is up to date, then okay. Let's save that. Now, let's try to get that within packet, shall we? Audit 2020. Blackfield.local shares. Let's get everything. Let's see if there's anything in command output that we've missed. Oh. Yeah, see, we don't have firewall rules. It's too big. Tools, I'm not that interested in. Not yet, anyway. If I don't find anything in here, then maybe. So, we have LSASS. How do we extract data from a file like this? Volatility. Maybe. Not sure if pypykatz can extract data. Let's Google. Okay, that doesn't not help. Pypykatz. Do I have pypykatz local? Yeah. Let's say mini dump. There we go. So we have the NTLM hash for SVC backup. Local administrator, but I doubt this will work. This is supposed to be a hard box, so I'm not expecting to get administrator after what, an hour? But yeah, let's check it anyway. So users LSASS, and we can put SVC backup. Let's go back up, get the administrator as well, and there we have the machine account as well. Where's the miss administrator again? There we go. Administrator, and then we need the hashes. So new file, hash, SVC backup, and VC1. Okay. NXC, SMB, continue on success. This would be tech H, LSASS hash. User. Oh, what did I name it? Oh, users LSASS. Right, users LSASS. Yeah, as I said, we have access to SVC backup now. I'm just writing my notes, bear with me. This is something that you're gonna have to do for the exam as well. Hash. At the end of the stream, when we're doing the reporting, I will be sharing all the notes that I've taken, and then we can rewrite them and reorganize them into a report together. But at the moment, I'm just taking notes as I go because I do want to have everything noted down. And the screenshot isn't save. Right. That goes into our credentials file. Actually, we need to do audit 2020. And no, I forgot the password for audit. Doesn't matter, I have it in my notes. Oop. Copy. It does not want to copy. There we go. Before we move on, let's mark audit as owned, and let's do SVC backup. Oh, this is marked as an interesting user. Because it has remote management and it has backup. Okay. Which means we are in, most probably in the foothold situation, because SVC backup should give us evil WinRM. We can test that in a second. Let me finish my notes. Now, evil WinRM, right? WinRM, hi, tech I, IP address, tech U, SVC backup, tech H, and there we go. Do we get the flag? We get the flag. So this is considered a remote, an interactive shell for the exam. If you read the flag and whatever other information you require for the box in any other way compared to interactive shell, it will not be, you will not get the point. It needs to be as an interactive shell. So a local file inclusion or anything of that sort will not be graded as you've got the flag. Just so you are aware. There we go. So we've got the user flag. Now, and we know that we are backup operators already from BloodHound. Yeah, this one is exploitable. What? I don't know how to exploit this off the top of my mind. I know, that's... Okay, so according to my notes... Oh, and another thing. If you have notes or commands saved, don't be afraid to use them. It's not... It's most definitely... it will be required for the exam that you actually use stuff. Don't try to remember everything. So... HKLM Sam... Oh, the other slash. Sam? Okay. System. System. Oh. Okay. I think there is a download command. Oh, that's... Or is it in the other in packet? Exit. Evil WinRM. No, that's gonna take a while. I'm just trying. I'm not sure if this will give us what we need, because we are in an Active Directory environment and this might not work. The local admin account might not be available. So I was just looking at my notes. The notes that I'm looking at are for another box that we've done on stream. It was actually baby, that we've had backup privileges, and we actually had to do another volume shadow copy to be able to extract the Active Directory stuff that we needed, not the registry. Now, did I save it in here? Yes. So in packet secrets dump Sam system local. Let's check if this hash matches the one that we already have. If it matches the one that we have, then well, we need to look at something else. No, it does not. Okay. No, evil WinRM. Tech I. Where's my? That was too fast. Oh. As I said, that might not work because the local admin might be disabled for WinRM because it's an Active Directory. So, yeah, it won't work. But luckily, we have good notes from. Hello, Ravroid. How are you? We're doing a 24-hour stream, so welcome to the party. Shadow. Copy. Yes. Well, I did promise I'm going to be doing a OSCP style stream, so we're doing 5 boxes back to back and the reporting part as well. We are trying to get administrator on the first box, which is Windows hard box. Oh yeah, I finished an energy drink just before the stream, and I have my healthy dose of Pepsi. So we have the shadow volume script. We will need to host that somewhere, so let's go to exploit pserv 8080. Okay. HTTP 10.10.14.96 8080 shadow copy tag O SK, actually BK. There we go. And so we have the script here. Disk shadow tag s bk tag l bk on log. bk1 log. So it did not work as expected. At least not on this. Yeah, so we have set verbose on. What seems like this shadow is failing on that. Why is that failing? For some reason it does not want to run the script. I wonder if that's the problem. Hello Flora, welcome to the stream. Yep. That would be the problem. line endings. Well, enjoy your kebab. By the way, I'll be passing through your neck of the woods next time, next Saturday. I'll be driving through Germany. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, we can chat in private, but we're doing basically around 6,000 miles road trip starting next Friday. Anyway, I'll let you. Thanks. I'll let you enjoy your dinner, and we can chat later. And thanks for joining the stream. See you tomorrow. What was the line endings? Right, now that we have that basically backed up, we can use robocopy. Where's that? Robocopy, tech B, F drive, because that's where it's set, Windows, and NTDS. NTDS. And there we go. We have access to NTDS. Let me add that to my notes as well. Okay, someone's having fun. Um, there we go. So now that we download ntds.dit, we can then extract it within packet, just like we've tried to do with local SAM registry. It's the same methodology, but we are using the ntds.dit file to extract hashes. So if we go back to loot, forensics share, I think it's going to be here. Yeah, it's just taking a while for it to download. And there we go. We have all the hashes for all the users in the Active Directory domain. This basically gives us complete control over everything. Let me just take a screenshot, then we can connect with an administrator. Let's see, who's an administrator? Okay, so just administrator, that's fine. Exit. There we go. And we get the root hash. Right. So we've completed the first box. What's the time? Basically, that was an hour and 44 minutes, with all my fumbling about and all of that. We still have 4 boxes to go. So I'm gonna take a quick bio break and then come back and continue.